Let's consider a moment. There's something that needs to be done. You know it's important, you might even want to do it, but when you try to begin, it can feel as though your body simply won't move. We're going to explore that physical sensation. Perhaps a fog seems to wrap around your thoughts, making any clear action feel difficult. This feeling of being stuck is a somatic experience. It's a physical reality happening inside your body. And while we often frame this as a mental argument with ourselves, if you pay close attention, you might notice that it's primarily a physical state, something happening in your biology. I invite you to just observe that sensation if it's here for you right now. Now, this is where the difficulty often starts, because we live in a culture that really values constant action. We don't often meet this feeling with curiosity. We usually meet it with judgment. Just think for a moment about the words that come up, the stories you might tell yourself about this state of stillness. So we feel a physical sensation, like heaviness, and we label it a character flaw, maybe lazy. We experience a state of physical stillness, and we call it undisciplined. What this does is add a layer of moral judgment right on top of a physical experience. When we use these kinds of words against ourselves, just notice what happens in the body. Does the chest get any tighter? Does the heaviness increase? Well, this self-criticism signals to your body that it's under attack, which only reinforces that state of shutdown. So let's take the labels away for a moment and just look at the mechanism that's actually at play right underneath the surface. Before it does anything else, your nervous system is designed to protect you. It's constantly scanning your internal and your external world for any possible sign of threat. So when you look at a task, your system might perceive a threat of failure or judgment, or maybe just pure overwhelm. And when fighting it or running from it don't seem like real options, the nervous system chooses a third path. It freezes. It applies a really powerful biological brake. This is a physiological state of shutdown. It's an involuntary reflex. It's a lot like an animal playing dead when it's caught by a predator. It's a strategy to conserve energy and survive what feels like an overwhelming situation. This isn't a choice you're making. When you feel frozen, your body is not broken. It's not failing you. It is running a very old and very powerful protective program. It is simply trying to keep you safe from a stress that feels too large to handle. So if this is a protective reflex that's born out of feeling unsafe, how can we respond to it? We often try to use force or shame to push through, but there is another way. You see, if your body is freezing because it feels threatened, adding more threat in the form of self-criticism or pressure, well, that's only going to intensify the freeze. The alternative is not to apply more force, but to create more safety. We can't demand that ice melts. We can only add warmth. If you're feeling frozen, just for this moment, let's stop trying to do the task. Give yourself complete permission to be still. Can you notice the physical support around you? The feeling of the chair maybe, or the ground beneath your feet? Just let your eyes gently land on something in the room, a corner of the wall, a plant. These simple acts send a quiet signal to your nervous system that you are physically safe right here, right now. Now, as you begin to see this response as biology instead of a personal failing, something important can shift. You can start to observe the feeling of being frozen without becoming it. You can notice, my nervous system is in a shutdown state, without having to agree with the story that you're a failure. And that separation, that's freedom. This paralysis is not a character flaw, but a biological mechanism designed to preserve your energy in the face of perceived threat. By recognizing this reflex as biology rather than behavior, you can release the weight of self-blame and allow your nervous system to naturally reset. Close this explainer now, feel the ground beneath you, and let your body find its own quiet safety.